Hello and good morning from Atlanta, Georgia. Where are we going today, Dennis?
We're going to Six Flags!
But where are we gonna go first?
Waffle House.
Yes, we are. Let's go get some breakfast.
And here we are, we've made it to Waffle House. It has been a little while since I've gone to a Waffle House, so this is gonna be very exciting. So both Dennis and I ended up getting the All-Star Special, which came with waffles and hash browns, and eggs and sausage and bacon. Dennis had some chocolate chip waffles. I got some blueberry waffles. Are you ready for this, Dennis? Oh, yeah. All right, and after stopping by Dennis's apartment, we are now heading off to Six Flags, right, Dennis?
Woo!
And it looks like we've pretty much made it to Six Flags, right?
Am I supposed to make it right there? I don't know where I'm going.
I don't know. Where are you going? Dennis bought a season pass, so he's now a pass holder to Six Flags. Hooray!
Yay!
So it looks like that's the main entrance right over there. It just opened about 15 minutes ago. I think you're in the Valley line? No, you're not. Well, here we are. Six Flags over Georgia. We'll hopefully find parking spots. Probably gonna have to loop back around. All right, never mind. We were actually going the right direction. So we're gonna go park over here and then walk along this pathway right over here over to the entrance of Six Flags. All right, so we just parked in the parking lot. Now we're gonna walk over to the main entrance. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be that far of a walk. I am very excited for this. I'm gonna be riding some new coasters today for the first time in a long time.
Me too. It's my first time here.
There's the toll plaza that we passed through to get into the parking lot. How come you've never been here?
I don't know. Didn't know anybody to go with.
Well, now you do. We're gonna have a fun adventure today, riding roller coasters for the first time together. This is pretty cool. The coasters go over the road to get to the parking lots. This is gonna be pretty much a very, very coaster heavy day, isn't it? Here comes one right now. This is gonna be fun. There's a coaster on the other side right there. This one goes over the road. Okay, we've almost made it to the front entrance, which is right over here. All right, so we drove in from that direction. We parked way down there. There are the coasters. We made it through security. We got our tickets sorted out. I'm pretty positive, right?
Yeah, they just said to come up here.
Okay, and here we are at the front entrance to head into Six Flags over Georgia. Let's do it. And we're inside Six Flags. There's a candy shop right over here. And then a gift shop, it looks like. Yeah, the Looney Tunes are pretty big here. All right, want to just start walking around?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna try to figure out where we're going. I don't see any paper park maps, but there is one of these maps over here. Dennis really wants to be surprised by where we end up, but it'd be nice to know at least what they have here in terms of the big rides, so we can try to do those a little bit earlier. Okay, so I think we are gonna go ahead and start just walking around, maybe work our way up to some of the bigger coasters, because we just had Waffle House. So we'll see where we end up and what the wait times look like for a lot of these rides. This would be a lot of fun right here. So that looks like a hybrid roller coaster, where it's a wooden coaster but the track is steel, which is pretty cool. There's a drop tower right over here. I think we're heading back towards the water rides. Are you tired, Dennis?
Oh, gotta wake up.
Well, let's do some roller coasters. So I think we found our first ride of the day, the Dalenega mine train right here. It looks to be pretty fun, pretty reasonably tame, maybe a good ride to start the day with. I have no idea when it comes to being able to film on coasters at Six Flags. I'm imagining that I won't be able to, especially with the Canon G7X Mark II. But I'll see, maybe this one's tame enough. All right, so we just got off of the mine train. Video recording is unfortunately not permitted here at Six Flags, so couldn't record our little experience, but it was a pretty mild coaster, right?
Yep.
And I'll try to show a little bit more of it once we kind of make it over there, because I think you'll be able to see the track that we were on back over there. But you ready to keep on moving?
Yep.
Next up is Bugs Bunny Boomtown, which I don't know if it's open. This play area is not open.
If they have the Looney Tunes, doesn't that mean LeBron is part of the Six Flags cinematic universe?
I suppose so. We just saw Daffy Duck right back there. A celebrity sighting, Dennis, this early in the day. So I think we're moving towards the DC area. This is the DC Super Friends ride. Back over here, we know so little about Six Flags, but Dennis was very persistent about wanting to be surprised. I was definitely surprised on the last one. It wasn't really a kiddie coaster. It was still a little bit rough. Very old steel coaster back there. So I think we're gonna do the Monster Mansion over here, I don't know if this is a ride or some sort of a dark ride. It looks like a little bit of a
unique original ride.
It does, totally. Looks like there's a little bit of a line. Okay, so it's a boat ride. This seems to be pretty pleasant and fun. There's still no video recording on the rides here at Six Flags. I don't know how strictly that's enforced, but probably just to be safe, I don't think that I will. Right?
Boo. Do it.
I don't think so.
They don't care in Atlanta.
So we're gonna go and ask if filming is allowed even on the more mild rides here, and if we're able to, then I will. If not, then I guess I won't. But it seems like it's gonna be a pretty fun little water ride here. Maybe like a water ride version of Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
we'll see.
It's gonna be like a carbon copy of Haunted Mansion, but it looks like different.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different. The boat looks wet, so I imagine there's a little bit of a drop somewhere. Okay, so we just got off of the Monster Mansion ride.
So, Monster Mansion, let me tell you, what a ride. This might be the greatest ride I've ever been on.
This was incredible, so I didn't record it the first time around.
It was so strange. Imagine riding Small World or Splash Mountain, but on acid.
This was ridiculous. So I just wanted to experience it the first time, and there's no line right now, so we're gonna go ahead and do it again, and I'm gonna record this time, and it's gonna be the most insane thing you've ever seen. Okay, so we're back on the ride. This is so weird. We're just in a flooded living room right now. And this is where it starts to get a little bit weird. It's like a hybrid of Splash Mountain with It's a Small World, but it's so weird. All these different little monsters all over the place. What are we looking at right now?
It's being choked.
Kissing booth right here, which are free, of course. I don't even know what's happening anywhere. These are all like retired Chuck E. Cheese monsters, it looks like. But it looks like we may be heading into the marsh, which is not good. It's getting a little bit darker and scarier. Oh no, we're heading into the marsh. Oh no.
No. Here comes the drop.
It's not really a drop, it's like a 2-second little dip.
I was trying to fake them out.
We're in the marsh now, which is where we are not allowed to be. It's very, very dark in here currently. This is so scary.
You guys, I found this here cabin.
I think we were saved by Grimace.
What is that pig?
I don't know. But now we're back in the happy area. This is the finale. Zippity-doo-dah, right? That was unnecessary.
It just has like a random like goose honk.
But that's it.
Or a bullhorn on a ship.
That is the conclusion of the ride. Okay, so we just got up our second ride on the Monster Mansion, which was just as weird as the first time, right?
Notice new stuff this time.
We were in the front row on the first time, but we were able to sit in the back one this time, which made recording a little bit easier in terms of being polite to other riders. So that was fun. Video recording was allowed on that one, by the way. It's not on a lot of rides, but it seems kind of subjective.
It's like on the upside down roller coasters.
I think just roller coasters in general. Okay, so we're gonna go check out the map just to see where we're probably gonna be going next. I think we made it to this portion of, where are we? We're right, oh, we're right here. Okay, yes. So we're pretty much in the very middle of Six Flags. Currently we bypassed a lot of the coasters here at the front, the new DC area. So there's still a lot to see. It goes all the way back there. So Dennis stopped inside that store back there to get us some much needed water because it is a very hot day today, so thank you, Dennis. And now we're gonna continue to walk around, I suppose, and just kind of see where we end up. I think we're gonna head across the bridge. Right over there, this is the Superman and Friends ride right here. Over there's the mine train that we rode a little bit earlier. There's a coaster right here that goes over top of this bridge, this walkway. So I'm gonna do this vintage automobile ride up here next, without a doubt. There goes one of the train cars way over there for the mine car ride. And there looks to be some sort of a retired attraction that was here at some point, or some sort of a boat storage area, or something like that. And there it is, there's the mine car ride, which was pretty mild, but then also a little bit fast at some points. I think it's about to come over the lift hill. Dennis and I got front row on that as well. That was a lot of fun.
Only drop there.
Yeah, right there after it comes out of this barn, it takes a pretty steep drop. And that's pretty much the only drop. It's very rocky though, that's for sure. Okay, so like I said, I think we're heading to do the little cars ride here. Seems to be pretty reasonable, pretty slow, but also fun. I always love these kinds of vintage rides. Okay, so this is the Hanson Ride, which is right next to the railroad, which I don't think is running right now, unfortunately, which I wish it was, because I love railroads at theme parks. I think I'll be nice and let Dennis drive on this one. He's been such a good host to me so far, and it's his birthday in a couple days, so I think he deserves it. And here we go. We're driving through the countryside. Dennis is my chauffeur. This is fun.
Harder than it looks.
Is it really?
The pedal's on the wrong side.
Is it easier than the Speedway or more difficult?
More difficult.
Okay. Look how pleasant this is.
So after this, are you feeling some roller coasters? I think so. Start small, work our way up, you know?
Okay. I loved that Monster Mansion ride. I keep thinking about it. It was so surprisingly weird. I loved it. I think we're almost done with our trip. I guess we've almost made it back to the little kiddie rides. This is where we walked along the path to get over from the Monster Mansion. That was a pretty quick little ride, but fun nonetheless, right? In this little vintage automobile.
I think I'm not fat enough. I'm having trouble keeping this gas pedal down.
You can do it, Dennis.
It's like, it takes like 30 pounds of force or something.
That's what it looks like behind us. We're turning the corner to go underneath a tunnel, to go through a tunnel. Whoa! And then that's pretty much it. I think we've completed our little ride. Coming around the corner, and there it is. Hooray, that was fun. So it looks like there's a pretty massive coaster right behind us, so we may go over there just to see what that looks like. I don't see really any line back over there. But before we head over there, Dennis wants to take a little detour, right?
Yeah.
To what?
The carousel.
Why?
Because, why not?
You like carousels?
Yeah.
This carousel was constructed in 1908. Wow, look at that. So this is a pretty historically significant carousel right here. So we're actually gonna have to come back and ride this because they're having a bit of a delay in opening, apparently. But I wanted to come over to the side here just to get a nice view of what it looks like, what we just did. There's the railroad track right there that's unfortunately, presumably not open right now, but I do want to make it down there because that's where that big coaster is right over there that I would love to ride because it doesn't look like there's really anybody over there right now. Okay, so we're heading back in the opposite direction to head down to the coaster. These would also be pretty fun to do. Not really sure how long we're going to be at Six Flags today, but we definitely want to try to do as much as possible, right, Dennis? Probably heading out around dinner time, maybe a little bit before. It's around noon right now. Okay, so where I want to go is the Great American Scream Machine, which is this right over there. There's also the Superman roller coaster and then the Hall of Justice back over here. So we have a lot of options over here, right?
Yeah.
This looks like an old-fashioned wooden roller coaster that goes all the way back into the hills back over there. That looks so cool. And there is nobody in line right now. There was just pretty much an empty train right there that just dispatched. So there it goes, about to go down that first hill. And then it disappears back there behind the trees. So we're going to go ahead and hop in line and do this. There's Hurricane Harbor way down there, which is, I think, the water park. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. And there's a bunch
Not
of...
a water park, but just a couple water rides.
Oh, really?
They do have another water park somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Oh, okay. There's a bunch of carny games over here as well, and I do love carny games, but first, let's hop on this roller coaster, which I know that I'm not going to be able to film. There goes another train heading up the lift hill right over there. There is no line for this whatsoever, and I am very, very excited about it. All right, we just got off the ride. That was so much fun. It was so rickety, but it's a wooden roller coaster, so what do you really expect with it? Man, that was fun, right, Dennis?
Yeah. Don't ride that if you have neck or back problems.
Or stomach problems. So I guess we are gonna head into Hurricane Harbor, which is way back here in the back. I don't think that the splash zone is currently open, but we're gonna head inside and check it out. So that's Paradise Island right there, which it looks like that's our splash area. This looks like it's a water park, but it's just a water area, I guess, inside Six Flags, which is really interesting, right? This is so cool. I think this is only open during the summer, just as an extension of Six Flags. There's a Jaws photo op right over there. That looks pretty familiar to me. It's just pretty cool to see a Jaws photo op back over here. It's so interesting to get this. It's not the water park, but Dennis, you said that it's about 10 miles away from here?
Yeah.
There's a wave pool back over there. There are slides here, and there's a splash zone right back over there. So this seems like a water park, but it's not. So this is Hurricane Harbor, and this is the atmospheric weather rock. If it's sunny, the rock is warm and dry. If it's rainy, the rock is wet and shiny. If it's snowy, the rock is cold and white. And if there's a hurricane, you better hold onto the rock. So there it is. And then there's the wave pool way back over there. So this is Calypso Bay back over here. This is the wave pool, which is pretty cool. It doesn't look like that slide is going right back there, but there are cabanas over here, and it just seems genuinely relaxing, right? Okay, let's head back to the park. Let's get there into the coaster that we just did right over there, which was pretty cool. It reminded me a little bit of Mako, but just a lot more rough and all over the place. So I think we're gonna go do the Justice League 4D ride and then head over to Superman, right? Does that sound good? Yeah. Okay. Also, what's kind of cool is that this coaster was right next to the, what river was it? The Chattahoochee? Chattahoochee?
Yep.
Cool. So this is Superman, which is pretty similar to Manta over at SeaWorld, where you lay down like you're flying, which is pretty cool. And then there's the Hall of Justice, which I really don't know anything about, but I'm excited to ride it. So there goes Superman. You can see how very similar it is to Manta. So that's gonna be a lot of fun for sure, but we are heading over to Hall of Justice, like I said, to go and do that. I think it's a 4D ride. There's a cool comic over here that details the origin of Superman with his powers and abilities. Flight, freezing breath, super strength, and heat vision. Okay, the battle for Metropolis. I think we have to go to the left here. The Flash Pass is their version of the Fast Pass or Express Pass, pretty much here at Six Flags. Okay, so this reminds me a lot of Spider-Man. This is pretty cool, right? But it smells weirdly like Horror Nights in here as well. Okay, so we're gonna be riding in this vehicle right here. And we're gonna have blasters, and we're gonna use night vision glasses as well. I think we're almost there. I think that's the loading platform right in front of us. Okay, this is incredibly cool. There's a cyborg animatronic in the line here at the boarding platform for the Justice League ride. I can't tell what our mission is for this ride, but I think we are protecting the Justice League from Lex Luthor and the Joker. This is so cool. Good job, Six Flags. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so we're on the ride. We have our guns. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is so cool. Whoa! So it's like a Men in Black type ride hybrid of whoa, fire with Spider-Man, it looks like. We did it.
We'd like to make you all honorary members of the Justice League. Okay, gang. Let's check out how you scored on your mission. Great job. Nice job. You should be very
Sorry, Dennis. Okay, so we just got off the ride, which of course exited into the gift shop. I just bumped into Dennis. Hi.
Hi.
How'd you do?
I was close.
Yep. I think you got about 58,000. I got 68,000.
A lot of my shots weren't registered.
So now we're heading over to Superman to make sure we go and do that before this part of the park gets a little bit busier, as it probably will around the middle of the afternoon.
Do you think Superman flies like this or like this?
I think both, right?
I think this is like the old one. Yeah?
He definitely has two hands. How do you fly?
How do I fly?
Yeah. You fly feet first, don't you? That's how you fly? So this is definitely a no loose articles sort of a ride. I don't know if you have to use a locker or you can put your articles into like a bin up there at the loading platform. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so we just did Superman, but also because you had the locker, we went ahead and we went over to the Blue Hawk coaster, right?
Which was intense. More intense than Superman.
So that is Blue Hawk way over there, and we just left our belongings in Dennis's locker because you can't bring any loose articles onto that either. I think I'm gonna go ahead and walk through the line just to show what it looks like because it is a very intense coaster. There's a very short line right now, so I can just walk through and then head back out the exit just to show what it looks like because it is a very interesting and enclosed coaster here as far as just how tight it is. So there are 5 inversions on this coaster. 5 inversions, and they are so tight. It was a lot of fun, but wow, did this shake around quite a little bit. We sat in the very, very back row when we did this, so it was really cool. So there goes Blue Hawk right there. I'm over by the exits, and this is directly across from the wooden coaster that Dennis and I did earlier in the area. I'm gonna go down the stairs over here to get a little bit better view. I think it's about to come by. There it goes. This is just right over the water right here, so this was just a lot of fun to do. I can't even show off all the different inversions. It's just twisted steel. I think I'm gonna meet Dennis back over there. This is the exit right over here, but I wanted to come just show off what it looked like. This was a blast too. I think this has been one of my favorites today so far. Superman was pretty much Manta, so it wasn't really anything spectacularly new or different, but it was a lot of fun. Okay, gonna meet back up with Dennis and then head off to our next ride of the day. Okay, so I found Dennis right over here. Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Right here, this is the train track. There's the car ride, and then way up there is the carousel, which I think is open now if we wanted to go back and check it out. But I think we're still just walking around the park, right?
Yep.
Cool. This one reminded me a lot of Scorpion over at Busch Gardens, but it's a lot more intense in terms of how many inversions. It was pretty smooth, so that was good, but there was just a lot going on in a very cramped amount of space. So that was cool. I think it's almost lunchtime now. Are you getting hungry, Mr. Dennis?
Nope.
Nope.
I subsist off the morning dew.
Oh, and all that Waffle House, right? Well, maybe we won't get any food, or maybe we'll get some sort of a snack or something at some point. So it looks like we made it into the western area here in the back of the park. So this is pretty cool. I think it's mostly just food options back over here. So I think Dennis and I are gonna watch this Shenanigans Comedy Wild West show over here. We're gonna go ahead and get a nice seat. It starts in about 10 minutes, I think. You excited for this, Dennis?
Yep.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Bad Bob and Bubba Bob, the Bob Bros.
Bubba and I, we got your gold, so we're blowing this town to smithereens.
Oh, don't do that, Bob.
You know what to do with that?
I know what to do with that.
No, Bubba, smoke is bad. Throw it inside.
Okay, I'll take it inside. He went inside.
No, Bubba, I said throw it inside. No. You too, I'm gonna rain down on you like a ton of bricks.
Hey, Hoplock, pull the red leopard.
Have you been to the wall?
Hold on, Fred. You gotta stay on that side of the road.
Why are you talking so fast?
I mean, the moment's kind of gone now.
Not if you want to keep going. I mean, come on, stay in the moment.
So what do you think of the show?
Not my cup of tea.
Really? I thought it was funny.
I don't know.
I only recorded the
It was
end of it,
more
but
of a kids show.
yeah, I mean it was, but they did a good job. I thought the guys that were in it.
I thought the audio levels weren't great either. Like,
It was a little bit loud.
like the entire show they're shouting, but they have microphones.
Yeah, they were right in front of us. It was fun though. I liked it. But let's continue on from This was the Scream Punk district back over here. I liked it. Okay, so we're right around here. There are go-karts next to us, but that's an upcharge. There's Pandemonium. I think we're gonna head over here to this water ride, which I think is right up the ramp over here, right, Dennis? Sure, okay. Yes, this is Thunder River back over here, which is a water flume ride, it looks like, a raft ride. Okay, here comes a raft right now. Oh, you get soaked on that. Wow. This is cool though, there's no like track for this. It looks free floating completely. That is kind of incredible. All right, we walked up the line a little bit just to see what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see this little area right here, but it does look like you can completely drench. So we might bypass this for now, right? For now. Okay, so we're gonna continue on in this direction. I think this is gonna be towards Gotham, the new attractions at the front of the park. Okay, so I think we're about to meet back up with the Monster Mansion, which I think is right in front of us, right over here. So we've concluded our little walk around the back of the park. Now we just need to do the rides at the front of the park, right? Yep. So there's the Monster Mansion. I think we're heading in this direction. We haven't gone this way yet to try to find some food somewhere over here to diner. All right, so we're taking some pictures with the Jelly Belly, Jelly Bean Man right here. It's a fun photo opportunity. Put your arm around him. Be buddies. There you go. Best friends hanging out at Six Flags, right? Yep. Here's a Macho Nachos burritos. I think there's a diner over here somewhere that we were looking at. There's a massive roller coaster with a straight down drop over there. Oh, thank goodness. And then a big roller coaster right over here too. I think this is one of the train station stops right over here, but it is closed today, unfortunately, which would have been so cool to take the train around. I love theme park train attractions. But I think I can see the diner just straight ahead over there.
I think this line marks the handicap accessible path.
That's probably totally true. I haven't even thought about that. I've seen that all day today. Well, there's the diner straight in front of us. Do you want to go and go to the diner?
Sure.
All right. Are you gonna want to do this one, Dennis? This straight down drop?
I don't know.
Or is it too intense for you?
Oh, well, I guess it's the same as Rip Ride Rocket.
In a way. A little more steep, I think. So there's a barbecue place right over there that is currently closed. We did go inside the diner right over there. I know, I'm just saying what we were doing. So I didn't really see anything spectacular at the diner that I was hoping to get. There's a dance troupe over here performing some Michael Jackson songs. And this is Daredevil, which currently looks closed because I don't see any trains currently on it. Okay, so now I think we are gonna head over to the Gotham area to try to do some of the coasters over there. Maybe grab some ice cream at some point, that would be fun. This group right over here doing the Michael Jackson songs is so cool. They're playing all of the best hits. So we've been hanging out for a little bit, but now we are gonna be heading over to Gotham, which I think is this way. Okay, whoops, we actually went the wrong direction. So the DC area is back over here. We were about to go this way, down this tree tunnel. So let's turn around. Okay, so DC, or Gotham City, I suppose, is right down here. Look at that. And I think this is pretty brand new this year. This is exciting. I'm sure there's gonna be a good amount of roller coasters and hopefully other rides too back over here. Okay, so this is the Joker right over here, which I don't think we're gonna be doing. A little bit too intense for me. This is the DC Supervillains swing right over here. Straight ahead is the Poison Ivy Toxic Spin, which is like a Himalaya kind of a ride, or not a Himalaya ride, one of these whiplash kind of a rides. Way down there is Harley Quinn's Wild Whirl. There's the Catwoman Whip way over there. There's Batman, and then this is the Riddler right over here, the Mindbender, which is not open right now, unfortunately. I guess this is more of a scrambler kind of a ride. It's a bummer that this isn't open. Yeah, this is a spinning ride right down there. But Dennis and I are heading off to do Batman. And then this is one of those like flying glider rides, I'm pretty positive. Okay, so we just got off of Batman. I wanted to go back at the exit just to show off what it looks like, which is through the gift shop right over here. So this is the queue to get to the ride right here, which that was pretty interesting. That was probably the longest wait that we had today. There's the parking lot right over there. This is the Riddler, which reminds me a lot of Cheetah Hunt, potentially. And then after riding this definitely reminds me of Montu over Busch Gardens, and then Dueling Dragons at Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure. I mean, here it comes. This one was pretty intense. This was a lot of G-forces, but honestly it was a blast. But I think we're pretty much done here now in the Gotham part of the park. Okay, so we are gonna head out of Gotham. Now, did you enjoy Batman, Dennis?
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah. See, this has a launch element, it looks like, for Riddler.
I would say
pretty cool.
Batman's kind of Hulk-esque, wouldn't you say?
In a way. I tell you what I'm definitely in the mood for right now. Some Dippin' Dots.
Yeah.
If we could find some. But pretty much every ice cream store is closed right now, unfortunately. Looks like Daredevil is still closed. over here, unfortunately, so I guess we're not gonna be able to do that. I think we're just gonna get food later, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go somewhere super fun and special tonight, right?
Yeah.
You have an idea?
I have a few ideas.
Okay. Okay, we're heading through this beautiful tree tunnel here back to the front of the park.
Shushed me.
I did shush you because this is a beautiful aesthetic opportunity to film this. Okay, this is the Georgia Sorcerer. Put your feet to the fire.
Both wrong.
What do you think? Does it look pretty long?
The line?
It does look pretty cool. Is this the red one? I think it's the red one. Okay, so we're in line for the Scorcher, which is currently having a bit of a technical delay, which would be awesome to do because it's a standing roller coaster. I also want to do that right over there. That's Goliath, I'm pretty sure, because look how tall that coaster is. And then there's one more right over there that we passed when we first got here a little bit earlier. But this would be phenomenal to get to do this. This is a standing roller coaster. I've never done that before, and I think it has inversions as well. As I wanted to come show the other side of the coaster, so there definitely are some pretty intense inversions on this, which would be really weird to do while standing up. How cool. Okay, so we decided to get out of line. We'll probably come back in a little bit. So this is the log Jamboree, which doesn't look like it's open currently, unfortunately. So I'll have to come back for this, hopefully. And we're heading back in the opposite direction to Goliath, I think, which is back this way. So Dennis, do you want to ride Goliath? Shh. See, I shushed you again because we're walking through the tunnel of beauty. But do you want to ride it?
I don't know. It's scary.
Dennis, it looks like the Daredevil is starting to cycle. Do you want to do that or do you want to bypass it? Okay, I don't really know where Goliath is, but Dennis said that he saw it when we passed by it to head over towards the diner over here. Is that it right there? It is pretty tall, isn't it? It's a little intimidating. So there it is, Goliath, all the way up there. This is gonna be fun. This reminds me of a coaster that I rode over at Dollywood, which was a lot of fun and very fast and very tall. But I think this is the entrance right over here. I guess we can put our stuff into a locker here and then maybe go from here back over to the Scorcher. Okay, so we just got off of Goliath, and while we still had a locker, we actually went back to the Georgia Scorcher and we rode that too. We just did 2 major roller coasters.
They're both really fun.
So this did take a pretty long time to ride, just due to the loading procedures to get onto the coaster, because it's a standing roller coaster. It says put your feet to the fire, but it wasn't necessarily my feet that were on fire because the lap bar latched a little bit too high for me. So I was kind of dangling by the bike seat that is the coaster. So it was a little bit painful, but it was still really fun to ride a standing roller coaster. Okay, so I think we made it back to the front of the park. There's one more ride that I think we both want to do, and that's this one right over here. Here are both the coasters that we just did. That one was very similar to Mako as far as the lap restraints and just the coaster itself went. This one was just, it's hard to really compare this with anything. It was a very tight roller coaster, and then you just stood up the whole time, but it did take a long time to get onto it. But it looks like Dennis just went to get us some water, yay, to stay hydrated. Ooh, thank you, Mr. Dennis. So we've officially made a full lap around the park. That is the Twisted Cyclone coaster, which I said was a bit of a hybrid, but I don't know for sure, but it looks fun. So we were in line for the Twisted Cyclone, but unfortunately it closed due to inclement weather in the area. You can see it rolling in right over there, so I think it's time for us to go and head on out because it's probably not going to get better in the time that we have left to be here, because Dennis, you're going to think it's somewhere cool, right? Yep. This was honestly such a fun day. They're cycling these without people in them right now. This was a blast, Dennis. I had such a good time. Okay, Dennis, what was your favorite ride of the day?
Let's both say it on 3. How about that?
Okay.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3. Monster Mansion! That was a perfect ride. It was so much fun. Okay, so we're heading back to the parking lot, hopefully before it actually does start to rain here in a few minutes. Where are we going tonight, Dennis?
We're gonna go to a couple breweries. It's called the Lee and White Development.
Oh, okay. So this was pretty cool, walking out of the park. We were given free Coca-Cola products because Coca-Cola is a sponsor of Six Flags.
I think these are new. I've never seen either of these before.
I've seen this one before. I've never seen
the Coke coffee thing?
This one. Hooray! Now let's go drink some beer and eat some food because we didn't eat anything today, and I'm very, very famished, Mr. Dennis. This is the coaster that we rode. Yes, I'm absolutely gonna crack this open. This is the standing coaster right here, and then there's the super, super tall one. That was probably one of my favorites. Passing by the Riddler right here, and then Batman straight ahead. Still hoping we can make it back to the car before this bottoms out, which I think will be okay. So we didn't get to do that final coaster that we wanted to do, but we got to do quite a lot before the weather ended up rolling in for the day, so I'm feeling pretty lucky about it. All right, we're heading out of the parking lots off to this brewery that Dennis wants to go to, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Barely beat the weather, but I think it's gonna start raining here and pouring down in a little bit. What a fun day at Six Flags. And the crazy part, I think the craziest part about all this is that it only cost $30 to get in here. That was a $30 ticket. So as you can see, it's a little bit rainy outside as we navigate to the brewery, but hopefully we'll get there pretty soon, safe and sound, and maybe a little bit wet. All right, so we made it to the bar, to the brewery that we're gonna be going to, the Best End Brewing Company, which is right around the corner, right over here. I hope they have food because I am pretty hungry, Mr. Dennis. It's still currently raining, just a little bit, but I think we'll make it inside okay, and maybe wait at the rain, then we can head back to Dennis's place in a little bit. I think we're gonna have some dinner here probably, in addition to probably a few drinks. Okay, so we're inside the brewery. Dennis has a few plates of wings over there that we actually didn't order, but they brought it to us anyway, which was pretty cool. And then we got a couple beers. What did you get there, Dennis?
This is called the Holy... it's a Holy M something.
What kind of a beer is it?
Holy. It's like a Guinness, really. It's like a dry Irish stout.
Okay. And I got this Nimbly Bimbly, which is like a milk stout. And then I got these wings. These are lemon pepper wings, I'm pretty positive. And then this is the Balkan Burger, which Dennis actually got as well, but he ate it by the time that I
got it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I've always had these wings the entire time. Couldn't eat them when he didn't do it.
Right.
But lemon pepper wings are like the most Atlanta food there is. It's like the Philly cheesesteak for Atlanta.
Hey Dennis, turn around.
What? You just
Look who it is. This was the best. Woo, it's hard to time these things, but we did it. Right back there. You surprised?
Very surprised. It's the most surprised I've been in my entire life. I was so confused.
I put my hand here and then come up this side. I came up on this side. We were gonna go so I put my hand on you and you went boom.
Okay, so mom and dad ordered themselves a pizza, and while they eat this, Dennis and I are gonna go over there and play some pool.
Yes.
Wasn't that fun to surprise Dennis?
Oh, so wonderful. He was genuinely surprised.
We've been working on that for weeks and it worked out so well.
I'm so happy.
So were you surprised, Dennis?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. I never would have expected that.
I've been texting with them all day long, just to make sure that we were exactly where we needed to be at the exact perfect time for when they came into town, which was literally right then.
Very sneaky. I approve.
Now we're gonna have an entire weekend with our parents for your birthday, hooray! Okay, so we're gonna go in and play pool while the parents eat their pizza. Then I think they're gonna go back to their hotel and we go back to Dennis's apartments, and then we'll figure out what we're doing this weekend. This was so cool to surprise Dennis. My mom really wanted to do this and it worked out so well. Okay, we've come down to this. It's the final ball. Technically that's a 2, but we could not find the 8 ball. Is Dennis gonna sink this? And he is. You won pool, Dennis. Congratulations. All right, so we left the bar and I think the parents are gonna head back to their hotel or go check into their hotel. Dennis and I are gonna head back to his place. We may head to a different bar a little bit later on, but the surprise happened nonetheless. And I feel very happy about it. So right now my mom is passing off a few things for Dennis to bring back to his apartment. I hope that was a fun surprise to watch. I thought about disclosing that was gonna happen this trip in the video, but then in case it didn't happen, I didn't want to jinx it, but I think it worked out pretty well. And I think it was fun to watch because that was the happiest I think I've ever seen Dennis, him getting surprised by my mom and dad. And then my camera was about to die and my battery was flashing on the camera as they were coming up right behind him. And I didn't think it was gonna happen, but I was able to record it. What a special, exciting moment. We were gonna go to a brewery right down there, but we decided to go to a different one. Well, Dennis decided to go to a different one and I had to keep my mom updated and informed about where we were and what time, and to make sure he was sitting in the right place. And right now she's trying to navigate around this massive puddle because we want to take a picture with this massive big sign here. And then we can head our separate ways for the evening and then meet back up tomorrow. All right, so we're on the interstate. You can see it laying off in the distance. We're heading towards a different bar now before we head back to Dennis's apartment just to play some ping pong, maybe grab one more drink, and then probably call it a night because we've had a pretty occupied evening this evening. Okay, so we made it to the bar that Dennis wanted to take me to, which is called Church, which right off the bat is very interesting. He's walking away from me back there, so I guess I'm gonna follow him. We're heading upstairs. Apparently there's a ping pong table up here, so that's fun. Gonna get to challenge Dennis to ping pong, of course. There's the sign that says Church right outside, and Dennis and I have a ping pong table to ourselves. Looks like Dennis is pretty tired, so hopefully I can be victorious in my ping king challenge.
this evening, and then we'll head back to Dennis's apartment.
Okay, so I think we're all done heading back to Dennis's apartments. We've had a long day, and we have a pretty long day tomorrow for us too. Hi, Dennis.
All right, so we made it back to Dennis's place. It's about 11 o'clock at night, so we're gonna go and head to bed because we have to meet with the parents. Tomorrow, we're gonna do some more fun stuff tomorrow. Dennis did obliterate me at ping pong. I'm not gonna say the score, but it was pretty rough. But today was still an incredibly fun day. Got to surprise Dennis with my parents. We got to go to Six Flags. We got Waffle House this morning. It was a massively busy and fun day. We have a few more days here before I head back home, and hope we have some fun memories, right?
Some more massively fun days.
Let's do it. All right, so we'll see you later. Have a great day, and goodbye.